Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the Unfavorable Matchup Series. Today I'm starting off with Joe Duffy, and I'm going against an Edson Barboza. For those of you who don't know about Joe Duffy is actually the first guy to give Conor McGregor a loss. I believe he subbed McGregor. Yeah, he subbed him with an arm triangle. So, and he has some solid boxing too. It's unfortunate he hasn't been able to put together as well as he should have in the cage. He has back-to-back losses. Got TKO'd by James Vick. Lost to Casey, but got a little interesting Barboza here. Obviously, with Joe Duffy, the game plan is boxing. He went 7-0 as a professional boxer. And this guy's circling, creating distance. Good on his part. He's doubling up on the switch kick. He's tripling up on hooks. Interesting. I have a really bad habit of ouch. We had a little stare off there. That's pretty cool. If there's one thing I realized with lower rated fighters is that there's so much that like higher rated characters can get away with versus if you have like the same matchup. Like right there, if that was anybody else, I probably would have rocked them. But gameplay should stay really solid in my boxing. If I can take the fight to the ground, I will. The grapple stats aren't too far off with each other. He's gonna commit and Jesus Christ. He overcommitted a little bit too much. Dropped him. Got that solid boxing going. Is it over? No, it's not over. Jeez, that's a hell of a start. Joe Duffy actually has more wins by submission than he does by knockout, so let's see if we can get... I mean, if he subbed McGregor with the arm triangle, I think he should have that, so I should probably fish for that. Got him down to the ground. Yeah, I think he has about like 10 subs. I couldn't block that. Again, the game plan of any lower rated fighter, you want to neutralize the better fighter. I don't want to stay on the feet with Barboza, even though I dropped him. Try to give that up relatively easily. Oh, his stamina is low. Oh, his stamina is low.
He's got it. Now he wants to rotate to apply pressure. He's got it. It's getting tighter. He may have to tap.
Wow. That's a wrap. All right. Easy start with Joe Duffy. On to the next one. Next fight we got, we'll call this a rematch between Tim Elliott and Demetrious Johnson. Tim Elliott, I think, was like the first guy, not the first guy, but he went around against Demetrious Johnson that first round where he had him in that guillotine. But he ultimately lost the decision, got kind of overwhelmed by Demetrius' grappling. But he did a lot of good things in that fight that I wish we could do in this game. Like, he held DJ when he was on, like, submissive side control, like with his own leg. Something that Louis Pena did to Matt Favola in their fight. But Elliott, he's not too fast on feet. No. So I generally want to blitz the guy in the pocket. And this guy, if I'm not mistaken, this is like that box dude that always uses a beat. No, dude. I'm not going to fall for that, man. Oh, you're so lucky I don't have a front kick. So lucky I don't have a front kick. No. See that little tug there I did before I went for the takedown? That's using the left stick. So that's using the clinch locomotion. And you can use that to disguise your transitions a lot better. And I got the fight to the ground, controlling them relatively easily. I fought this guy before and I won the decision. It was a really messy fight. He was like throwing overhands and uppercuts and everything, but I kind of got his patterns down now. I can kind of just hold him there, just kind of get my weight on him. But yeah, I hope your Thanksgiving is going well. Hope you guys get to hang out with the family. Maybe you can enjoy this video in your free time when you're trying to hide the turkey for yourselves. See if we can get this Americana. Oh, Jesus Christ. See, DJ in this division, even though he's clearly the best guy in this division, you can still do a number on him. Oh, that doesn't even make sense. Come on.
Working from side control. Well, he's staying pretty effective here.
Okay, of course he was about that. Whereas like guys like Conor McGregor and oh fuck, hold on. Okay, guys like Conor McGregor, you know, they have like these Joel Romero health stats in a division that they've only fought like maybe in once or so. But with DJ, you know, he's paid his due. He's earned it. He's earned his slam too. But that hurts his head health. And the fight's over. He just gave up. All right. 2 quick ones. What's the next one? All right. This time, this is a little shout out to my boy Marshall Mind. He loves using Thomas Almeida. He's like, I mean, Marias works too, but before Marias got added, Thomas was like the little bootleg Aldo of the bantamweight division. The first 2 guys I kind of fought, they had an idea of how they wanted to fight, but they didn't really follow through. They didn't really stay consistent with it. And with that DJ player, he's the same things you can get away with Zabit, you just can't do with DJ. So I wasn't too worried about that guy. But going against Dominick Cruz, especially when your character doesn't match his footwork stats. Like we have a Garbrandt, you have DJ, you have TJ, and you're fighting against Cruz. The footwork stack is relatively similar, so you can kind of chase them a little bit easier. But with a Cruz, is so easy to just kind of like pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out. I've seen this guy fight him before on stream. I know he's like very jab happy. So I'm gonna see if I can use some of the major back lunges in this fight. Fire a few leg kicks when he's trying to cue up the jabs. He's already lunging. Don't know why he's lunging though that way. Do the high block, low block. That jab is so low. And just to gradually kill whatever damage you can do. Good lunge. Just want to fire up that leg kick, and I feel like he's gonna start up. No. It's funny with the takedown counters because I've been able to get takedowns on guys who can do takedown counters. Oh, real good job there with those fakes. I just kind of wait a second. That leg kick should have hit him. There was this one guy I fought, Kage Khan, which is like basically Shadow King, and he was getting these takedowns on me. I still wanted to fight. He was getting these takedowns on me, and I couldn't get a takedown counter off of him at all. And I was so confused, and I guess I figured there was like a patch that was added in. Let's get that leg kick going. Where like I guess if you're moving forward to double leg, it's like 20% faster or whatever, and if they're backing away, the singles faster. So I guess he's like mashing the timer for that because I could not take that counter him at all. Ooh. Okay, no whiffs. No. If you want to do that trip, press X. I gotta play this game with him, man. I can't go balls out crazy. I gotta pick up on also his head movement pattern. So he's like trying to duck the third strike. So if he's ducking, I gotta chop at the legs. Cruz's weakest stats are the leg health stat and the submission stats.
Nice punch by Dominick Cruz.
Obviously, I could grapple, but I feel a little bit more content just kind of chopping at his legs, tenderizing that leg. Remember when he fought Cody Garbrandt and he had like those wraps on his leg? Jeez, man. I'll make this guy get on a wheelchair after this fight. And if you see what I'm doing, I'm kind of like messing with him a little bit. Some of these guys that when they play a certain way, they can't really get a taste of their own medicine, so you just kind of jab back at them, give them what they want. They're a little bit confused. They're like, all right, is he gonna try to go blow for blow or what? Oh, making some stupid mistakes. Let's pull that straight. Let's pull the hook. Push him off with the teep kick, create some space. As long as I'm landing the more significant strikes, I just can't pay too much attention to what he's trying to do right now. Just focus, focus, focus. What? That should have not fucking hit me. That made no sense at all. It hit the air. Come on. What? No touch? Okay.
Round one pretty entertaining, not the greatest round of the year per se, but pretty good action on both sides.
And with body shots, it's very important that you sneak them in, you set them up well. I don't want to get caught by any uppercuts, so I just want to sneak it in there. Just kind of trying to queue up on it. He's trying to go jab straight. Jab, jab straight, lead hook. Good jab happy dude. And when you fire back, he just backs about a race. This is how he tries to gas me out. I see it right now, like I'm seeing it, and I want to see what he does as I react to the jab. And he's doing exactly what I expect him to do, which is to start firing off hook till you see him slipping. Okay, alright, chill out, buddy, chill out. But once I see him start to react, I'm gonna fire up my own leg kick and just chop away the leg health. Got rocked him. Do body hooks, body kick. We relax. Alright, he's panicking just a little bit. Just a little bit, he's panicking. Two good smacks for good measure. Alright. If there's one thing that annoys me, is that when I know I was about to pull that lead hook, and I pulled it, and it still hits me by like the tip of my nose. That throws me off so much. You're wearing that martial mind combo love, that lead leg kick fate. Body kick, much cleaner, very aesthetically pleasing too. With these lower rated fighters, it's just very imperative that you have a plan. Now, I can say that even though I kind of just go into these fights based on what I know about the fighters, and I just kind of freestyle it from there. Obviously, I expect to like maybe lose 1 or 2 or 3 before I get really adjusted to them, but a lot of these guys I kind of won with my first fight. I'm like, alright, this is good. Some dudes like Travis Brown, oh my god, that dude was terrible to use. I have PTSD for thinking about it. Speaking of PTSD, this guy's gonna have PTSD from getting mounted by Thomas Almeida. Alright, watch here what I'm doing. Ah, bastard, he arm trapped me. You see how he's trying to get me to move? That means he's letting his stamina recover. When somebody doesn't move you right away, that means he's trying to drain your stamina by flicking the left stick as they catch you with the arm trap. So keep that in mind. If you don't do anything, then your stamina is not going to go down, it's going to recover. But if you try to do something, your stamina gets messed up. I don't know why that's the case. I think it's pretty dumb. But it is what it is. I guess it's supposed to simulate something I don't know about jiu-jitsu. Control, control, control. So all this is fight's about control. Some fighters you just have to play a certain way, and I think the good thing about Almeida, he's so well-rounded. You know, he has that vengeful perk. He has pretty decent power. He has those leg kicks and the combinations that, even though Dominick Cruz is an A+ fighter, because he's fighting the way he is, and he isn't really setting certain things up, it's making this fight a lot easier for me, or at least a lot closer. I know what he's doing though. The hard part is just like making sure I can get Thomas to react in time. Ah, son of a bitch.
Just as he did in the previous round, and at least to my amateur eyeballs, Joe, he's not showing any signs of slowing down tonight. Nice combination there. Beautiful timing.
Ah, it's that block still nonsense. You see this? My block I got freaking low, and then I started getting stunned all over the place. I used to fades to work my way in. I gotta pause after the slip straight so that hook can hit him.
Inside leg kick is there. Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, Joe. Really starting to pile up when it comes to the body strikes in the latter stages of this fight. Nice punch there by a defensive Almeida.
That one hurt.
Oh, he's spinning now. Yeah, that block zone stuff really annoys me. It really annoys me. Oh, yeah, freaking Duffy get closer there. Alright, so I want to do time. I want to do time. Don't force anything. That's another big thing. Like, as you play with like an account that people don't really know, and you're trying to play a specific way, some people just stick to their guns and they play a certain way, which is fine by me. But man, some dudes, they play very reactionary. It's the guys you least expect. Ah, good take there. Got that. Push this, what are you gonna do with it?
Oh, right hand is there for him, Joe. Well, this is some serious pressure from the top by Cruz.
Tries to pass here, but gets shut down. He lands a big
Half guard here. He's not gonna pass my guard. His top game isn't too crazy.
Good shot to the head.
And there's some hitting the head so I can retain that grapple advantage. I'm not gonna hit him with the hand that's holding his head. Keep that in mind. The only thing is though, if he times going to side control at the right time as I'm pushing his head, so much faster, so hard to deny. And he goes to mount instead, but waited a second and got out. I can kind of see that this dude's really consistent with what he wants to do. He doesn't have a plan B or plan C, but he's just going to stick to his guns with what he already knows. And that can lead to a pretty boring fight in a sense, you know? But you know, who am I to say anything else? If he wants to play this game this way, by all means, go ahead. Get a Leo Hecky for good measure too. But sometimes I get really confused at times. I'm like, for real, I get confused sometimes when I play this game. I guess when I play like my friends, and like we're using like our regular guys, we're so used to reacting to certain things the supposed correct way. When we see guys that continue to do something, we're just like, why do you continue to do it? Kind of throws you off. It's those kind of players that kind of just are actually more dangerous in a sense. Speaking of danger, think for the leg drop. I don't know. Just follow up to the head. Blitz him right here. He's focused on low blocking. I don't know. This is gonna be tough. His power on that left leg has greatly reduced. For those who don't know, like, once you hit a certain amount of like health remaining, then there's like a good amount of power drop. And that's how much to like kind of take away the power from this Dominick Cruz. Ah, trying to catch him with the little fade to the body, head kick. So now this guy's turning up behind the block. I don't know how long his block is. If I had a grappler, like usually my goal, depending on what kind of grappler I have, I just try to shred their block. So when I go back to their feet, it just takes like one jab and they overcommit to their block. In this case, this guy's moving pretty well. He's just waiting for me to make a mistake. That's all it is.
Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land.
See, he's not doing things that I expect like my friends would do, right? They see me with that teep kick, they're gonna go for like a low single, and I don't know, it's just confusing to me. Just kind of to the jab and hook.
And he continues to work the body here.
See, one of my friends would have definitely taken me down for that. Doesn't like it as he's stepping in, you can't check it.
Clean left hand.
Hand speed, man. Very nice leg kick there by Elliott.
Good short punch there.
No, not at all.
And he switches to here yet again.
Can't press the X if you want to damage the body. A wombo combo, why not?
Back to the jab now, no good.
Oh, man.
Those jabs, the fact that I really want parries next game, man. If we can get some like balanced parries to deal with this jab nonsense, you can land like really solid check hooks. If somebody's kind of overdoing it, that'd be great. Let's go lead hook. I should be block header for that lead hook when it lands on my block. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Oh, what's the leg kick? thing.
Down, it's there. Andy lands the knee to the body now. Lunges forward with a left there.
Take a few shots to the body, get him overreacted.
Doing an excellent job blocking here.
10 seconds to go.
Oh, that was a big left hand he connected with.
Buzzer sounds for the end of round
Ooh-wee.
20 minutes in the books.
On cruise control. See, if this dude had a little bit more mix-ups to the body, a little bit more mix-up with his kicks and whatnot. The final round right now. I feel like I'm doing Thomas some justice. My only concern is just my stamina. I didn't think I'd get this low. But I've been kind of maintaining the output this entire fight. And this is where things get really dangerous, you know. When you have a lower rated fighter and your stamina gets low, it doesn't take much to put you out if you make a mistake. And Jesus, that's all I'm thinking about right now. I obviously do want to try to get the tie clinch, but it's really easy to deny. Trying to, you know, crash it on him. If I could do what Darren Till did to Kelvin Gastelum, you know, like just whenever like the guy starts to open up, just crowd him, you know, just shut him down. It's really hard to do in this game, especially with the way the clinch looks like now. Anyways, it's well, I'm just gonna stand still. Yo. Hey, GG. Man, Marshall, I hope I did you some justice with that little showcase right there with Thomas. Alright. Those of you who like that KO, like, share, comment, subscribe. Drop some suggestions in the comment section. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Part 8 will be coming out shortly. Mero 17. I'm out of here. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Let's see it again. Tremendous force, and that's a wrap.